Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video I am going to show you step by step how to install Spring Toolsuit IDE 4 on Windows 11 machine. So we'll also see how to create a simple Spring Boot project in Spring Toolsuit IDE 4, and we'll also see how to build a simple REST API in a Spring Boot project. Just open the browser. So here I have opened Chrome browser, but you can use any browser. In a new tab, just type Spring Toolsuit and hit enter. And go ahead and click on this first link, that is spring.io tools. Next, this will head over to the official website of spring.io, and here just scroll down, and here you can see Spring Tools 4 for Visual Studio Code IDE, Spring Tools 4 for Eclipse. So we are going to basically use Spring Tools 4 for Eclipse. Okay, as of now Spring Toolsuit 4 is a latest version, and this is a pre-open source, so you can go ahead and use for your personal project development or commercial project development. And here you can see the Spring Toolsuit IDE is available for different operating systems. So we are going to install this Spring Toolsuit IDE for Windows. So go ahead and click on this button, and here you can see the download is started. So just wait couple of minutes to complete the download. So this is the huge file. It has around 678 MB size. Okay, so just wait couple of minutes to complete the download. Well, notice here the file extension zip. So this is basically a zip file, and the download is completed. Next, let us open this zip file in a folder. Right click on this zip file and then click on extract all, and here let us give the extracted folder name as Spring Toolsuit 4. Next, click on the extract. So it will take couple of minutes to extract the zip file. Just wait for it. Well, the zip file is successfully extracted with the name Spring Toolsuit 4. So just open this folder. Well, you can move this folder on your file system anywhere that you want. Next, open this folder, and here you can see Spring Toolsuit 4. So just click on this. So this will launch the Spring Toolsuit 4. Next, here we need to select the directory as a workspace. Well, you can keep this default location as it is, or you can choose the location by using this browse button. For example, let us say you want to create a workspace in a desktop or anywhere on your file system. Then you can just create a folder and select that folder. For instance, I am going to create a workspace in a desktop, and I am going to call it as Spring-projects. Next, select the folder, click on select folder, and there we go. So this is how you can configure the directory as a workspace. And whenever you create a Spring based projects in a Spring Toolsuit IDE, those projects will be kept under this directory. Okay, next, if you want to use this directory as a default, then you can click on this checkbox. Next, go ahead and click on this launch button, and here we go. You can see the Spring Toolsuit 4 is launched. Next, we can go ahead and create a Spring based project using Spring Initializer. Well, this Spring Toolsuit 4 IDE comes with Spring Initializer integration, so you can quickly create a Spring based project from this Spring Toolsuit 4 itself. For example, go to the file, and here click on new, and here you can see Spring Starter project. So just click on this. So you can see this is basically Spring Initializer. So Spring Initializer is already integrated with Spring Toolsuit 4 IDE. So here just give name as first Spring Boot project. Next, here you can choose the project type. So let us choose Maven as a project type, and here Java version, you can choose any Java version that you want. Just make sure that if you are using Spring Boot 3, then you have to use Java version 17 or later. Next, here I am going to use the latest Java version, that is 23. And here let us choose language Java. You can use Kotlin GUI as well. Next, here group, let us give net.javagets. You can give any group ID that you want. Next, artifact ID is same as the project name. Next, description just keep as it is. Package name, let us give net.js java guides dot spring boot. Next, click on next button, and here we need to choose the dependencies. For example, we are going to create a simple REST API. For that we can use Spring Boot starter web dependency. So just type web and select Spring Web dependency. If you want to use database, then you can just search for driver. So you can use MySQL driver, Oracle driver, PostgreSQL driver. Okay, whatever the database that you are using, you can choose the driver accordingly. And if you want to use TimeLeap, then you can just search for TimeLeap dependency as well. Alright, so here basically we are going to create a simple REST API. For that we have chosen Spring Web starter dependency, and you can see the Spring Boot version 3.4.0. so this is the latest and stable version of Spring Boot. So let us keep the default selected as it is. Next, click on next button, and here click on finish. So this will create a new brand Spring Boot project in a Spring Tool Suite 4 IDE. Next, open the pom.xml file over here, and here you can see Spring Boot starter web dependency, and this Spring Boot starter test dependency is by default added to the pom.xml file, and here you can see the Java version 23. Next, let us create a simple REST API to test this project. So go to src folder and go to this package, right click on it, new, and then choose Java class. Let us give class name as hello world controller, and within this class let's create a simple REST API. So before that, let us annotate this class with @REST controller annotation, and make sure that you choose REST controller annotation from org springframework.web.bind.annotation package. Next, within this class let us create a method public string hello world, and then let us return some string over here. Let us say hello world. Alright, next let us make this method as a REST API by annotating this method with @getMapping annotation, and let us give the URL /hello-world. So this is how we can develop the REST APIs using Spring Boot. It's pretty simple, right? Next, in order to run the Spring Boot project, go to the main entry point class of Spring Boot project. So basically in a Spring Boot, this is the main entry point class, which is annotated with @Spring Boot application annotation, and you can see this class has a main method. Alright, so we can run this main method. Just right click, run as Java application, and look at here, the Spring Boot is running. And notice here the Spring Boot application is up and running on embedded Tomcat server on port 8080. Next, let us go ahead and test the REST API. So go to the browser over here, and in a new tab just type localhost :8080 and the URL hello-world, and hit enter, and there we go. You can see the response hello world. Okay, and if you again go back to the REST API, so the REST API basically return the string hello world, right? So this is what we got in the response of the REST API. Alright, let me recap what we have done in this video. We have installed Spring Tool Suite IDE 4 on Windows 11 machine, and then we have created a Spring Boot project in a Spring Tool Suite 4 IDE, and we have built a simple REST API in a Spring Boot project, and we have tested this REST API using Chrome browser. Alright, so these are the simple steps you can follow to install the Spring Tool Suite IDE 4 and build the Spring Boot project with simple REST APIs. Alright, great. I will see you in the next video.